Hey, what's up, everybody? The Amazing here, bringing you a review of the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider PunchHopper, the Renewal version. Let's get started. So, uh, as you know, I reviewed Kickhopper quite some time ago, and I've fallen behind on my rider reviews, but trying to get back into it. And just like the Renewal version of Kickhopper, PunchHopper is an amazing step up from the original. Better proportions, better everything. And the first thing you got to ask yourself is, oh, well, what? Listen, it's a step up from the original. So much so that I literally cannot find my original. I may have even thrown it away already once I got Kickhopper in. So, yeah. But anyway, as you can see, the first thing I'm going to go over is the articulation because that's the big deal to me. So, yeah. Added that also PunchHopper is a web shop exclusive. He is not a normal release in Japan. So if you feel like, you don't know why you got him, that may be a reason. So as far as head articulation, you get the left, the right, you get the up, down. You can actually bend it certain ways. The really cool thing about this is that the head is a bigger proportion. And I know that sounds crazy, but the tiny heads from the previous releases weren't accurate for Punch and Kickhopper, considering that they have really big heads. Sorry to say that, but their helmets are really unique and large. And that's the best thing about this. The arm articulation is great. It goes up, it goes down. The shoulder pad is connected to the arm. And as well, there's a rotating butterfly joint inside. So you get the maximum range of articulation. That's the thing about the Shokek Seihou line, is that they try to offer a real body proportion with the maximum blend of articulation and realism. And they pretty much nail it in terms of mostly articulation. If a body part or armor gets in the way, that is the reason, because a body part or armor would get in the way of this person, but it doesn't always transition well. But it does here in this case. In the middle, we have the hopper zector, but the ab crunch is really crazy because you would think that the zector gets in the way, but that's not the case. As you can see here, there will be some sort of a gap, but obviously you have major ab crunch in the front, which allows you to bend and do moves that normally you wouldn't be able to do with the first release. Now, as far as legs go, they go out pretty far. I know this doesn't seem far, but because of the way the legs are right here, there is a piece of plastic in the way. Some people are going to shave theirs down, some people aren't, but you get this far for the splits. But as far as front and back articulation, you actually can't go really far back, but you can go really far forward. So just like when you wanted to touch your toes as a kid, this figure can pretty much do it, as you clearly can see. He can get folded like a garbage compactor. Knees are double jointed. The only thing getting in the way is his own muscle mass and suit design. But as you can see, they're still double jointed. The ankle pivot is really nice. It's really there. It's not one of those things where it's non-existent, as you clearly can see. It only goes in and not out. But yeah, it's all there. So as far as looking good and functioning well, we already know it's easily capable of doing all those things. If you want to remove your hopper zector, you can easily just pop it off just like that. So it's not that far of a big deal as well either. So it's not one of those things you have to worry about breaking it or not finding it. It's all there. Now, the really cool thing about PunchHopper is, aside from Kickhopper, this guy only punches. But his feature technique for his weapon, or at least the punching power that he has, is in his right arm. And as you can see on the original, it would function just the same. So as you can see, you can go up and you can go down. It's full folding, so it's pretty cool. The only thing the Hopper Zectors, both Punch and Kick Hopper, lack are accessories. They don't come with a ton of accessories that allow you to do all the things you want to do. But posing, playing, anything you want to do with these guys, it's pretty much easy peasy and simple. They look great, they function great. They just don't come with a lot of accessories. Because as you can see here, I easily pose them. But what Punch Hopper does come with is the Hopper Zector for when he does his rider punch. What it does is it flips over. So instead of it being a full piece like Kabuto's where it's on a hinge, they actually give you separate pieces. So this is it when you do activate the maximum rider power. The Punch Hopper only comes with 3 sets of hands. There is the closed fist. There's the open palm that you see here. So as you can see, he has 2 of each open palms. And then he comes with hands for holding stuff, such as getting on a bike, holding weapons, things like that. So if you want, you can actually do that because they give you the hands for that. They don't give you trigger fingers, so sorry, chainsaw, you won't be having any weapons. Now, in terms of height, most renewals are still the same height as most SHF. They stand around 5.5 inches, unless the figure is actually taller, like in a show or whatever it is that it's coming from. But I'm going to compare them to other lines so you guys can see what's going on. Man, I love Kamen Rider. I need to get back into taking strictly Rider photos. I miss it. I'm going to compare them first off to Kick-Hopper. So these guys are like brothers, basically. They take an oath to, be the guys that they are. And as you can see, their color contrast, they look absolutely stunning together. I love them. They look great. Really glad to have both. It's really cool to get them. When you compare him to another standard SHF, as you can see, he'll stand around the same height, if not a little smaller. But I have his head down, so if you pick his head up, from foot to horn, he's still around the same size. When you compare him to a Marvel Legend, he obviously looks tiny in comparison to them. But yeah. Shout out to Adrian Beltran for the custom Deadpool head too. Thank you for that. When you compare him to a 1000 Toys figure, I have the one of the synthetic humans here. I'm going to use them. As you can see, the synthetic human's a little taller, but they stand in a really good scale with each other, so that's pretty cool. Then we're going to compare him to a Mezco. Why? No real reason. Just because of stuff that I have lying around. So here he is next to Commander Rogers. And as you can see, he is much smaller than Commander Rogers. But it's proof that if I can do it and make them work in pictures, anyone can do it. Other people you could look at is certainly like Metallics on IG. Go follow that boy. He's a good kid. So as you can see, PunchHopper is a really great figure. But since he's web shot, price-wise is going to be out of somebody's range, or just maybe they don't want to pay that much for him. And that's totally fine. It is what it is. You're going to buy what you want anyway, right? In the meantime, guys, hope you do good. I hope you be good. Please drink your water. Be safe, guys. Later.